No matter how cool you think you are, you're not mariachi band dressed in white cool. Today's video is brought to you by VideoLeap. VideoLeap is a free mobile video editor that's intuitive, fun, and easy to learn. In VideoLeap, you can do anything from cutting and connecting your clips to adding filters and effects, and you can do it while using multiple video layers. You can also use keyframes, detach your audio, add a voiceover, add text, animations, and VideoLeap even has a chroma key feature if you want to use a green screen. VideoLeap will take care of all your mobile editing needs to keep you creative while on the go. You can download and use VideoLeap for free, and there's a link in the description below underneath this video. Today I'm testing out a budget lavalier microphone called the Boya BY-LM10 lavalier microphone. If you've watched my channel before, you know I'm really fond of the Boya BY-M1 lavalier microphone. Well, this is another one of their products, and you're listening to it right now. It's a little bit windy where I'm walking right now. There's no external noise other than a car that just drove by. And because I speak loudly when I record my videos, I place the lavalier microphone a little bit lower on my chest than you might do it if you're speaking inside. Now I'm going to unplug this in just a second so you can hear what the audio sounds like without it, but this is what it sounds like with the BY-LM10 microphone. Now the audio that you're listening to is coming directly from my iPhone 11 Pro. And by the way, I do want to mention that if you are going to use this microphone with an iPhone and some Androids, you will need a dongle to connect it. It does come with a 3.5mm headphone jack, but if you don't have that, you will have to use a dongle. Not a deal breaker, that's something that we've gotten used to as mobile creators, but it's something to be mindful of if you order this microphone. Now let me plug this back in so you can compare the two once again. Microphone is plugged back in. Go down, leave a comment, and let me know which one of these sounds better. Can you even tell a difference? This is actually the first time I've ever used this microphone. It might sound horrible, I don't know. I'm gonna trust your ears on this one. So go down, leave a comment, let me know what you think about this microphone. Let me know what it sounds like in comparison to the microphone in the iPhone 11 Pro. Of course, you know that I do read every single question and comment, and I reply to as many of them as I can. When this video is over, I'm gonna go down there and see what you have to say about this microphone. But first, let's go inside and see what it sounds like in a controlled environment where you don't have wind, you don't have dogs, and you don't have cars driving by. So let's go do that now. All right, we are inside the live streaming studio here at Nimmin Live, and the microphone is plugged in, and I am using the front-facing camera on my phone, and I don't have a lot of lights on right now, so the footage might be a little bit grainy, but that's not why we're here today. We're here today to listen to the sound of this microphone. So it is plugged in. The room is completely quiet. There's nothing else going on around me. So what you're hearing right now is the sound of a quiet room and how the microphone is picking up my voice. Now, I did raise it up just a little bit here. I believe when I was outside walking in Mexico, I believe it was a little bit lower because I was speaking in a much louder tone. But now that I'm in the studio, I'm speaking at a normal voice. So I'm going to unplug the microphone and see what it sounds like here with just my iPhone. All right, the microphone has been unplugged and the audio that you're listening to right now is coming directly from my iPhone 11 Pro. Now, there is something that I want to point out. When I was in Mexico, I accidentally had the stereo microphone turned on inside my iPhone 11 Pro. So if you're listening to it with headphones, it might sound like it's coming in, it might sound like it's coming to you in stereo. And I've since turned that off. And so you might be hearing a little bit different audio with the iPhone audio versus when I was outside using the iPhone microphone. So this is what it sounds like in a quiet room here in the live streaming studio here at Nimmin Live. And this audio is coming directly from the iPhone 11 Pro. And I do want to mention one more thing. And by the way, we're still listening to the microphone on the iPhone 11 Pro. Is that I'm not doing any processing on the audio for either one of these. At best, I'll adjust the volume levels because I believe the microphone does run a little bit hot, so I have to turn down the volume level on that, but I'm not gonna add any other processing to that. So what you hear is what you get coming right out of the microphone for both the microphone and the iPhone 11 Pro microphone. Back outside in a slightly noisier environment. I'm walking through a market. There's some music over here. There's a screaming kid behind me. So you can see how this is really picking up. And I'm not going to walk too much further because this music is getting louder. And I don't want to get hit with a copyright strike or a copyright claim. So be careful with your music, YouTubers. They'll get you. What? I'm actually kind of excited to see how this mic's going to sound. As I said, I haven't tested this out. It's been sitting in a box in our studio for several months. And I figured I'd bring it to Mexico and test it out. So hopefully it sounds good. I love the Boya BY-M1, but as you know, the cable is like 6 meters long. For you Americans, that's like 400 feet or something like that. I mean, it's huge. The cable is enormous. But the cable on this one is normal. It's only like 2 feet long or something. Or, you know what? I'll put the specs down in the description below. And by the way, I'm gonna put a link to this microphone down in the description below. So if you like the way it sounds and you wanna buy it, go down and click on that link. And also be sure to get a proper dongle if you need a dongle. How cool is this stuff, right? Look at this. There's art like this everywhere, so go Mexico. Love what you're doing, love it. Oh, and in case you're wondering about where I am, I'm in beautiful San Miguel de Allende, Mexico. If you haven't been here yet, it's a must-see. It's absolutely gorgeous. Mexico. If you want to learn more about mobile audio or making content with your phone or being a mobile YouTuber, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, followed by the notification bell so you don't miss out on future videos. Thank you so much for watching. I do appreciate it, and I'll see you in the next video.